Hey everyone, hi, it's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com, founder and intuitive guide for the inner leader movement. And we are here today on Monday, June 15th, for our Monday mantra from the angels and Indigo. Indigo just found a bone. Mommy did some cleaning this past weekend, and we cleaned out the pantry. And she found a bag of bones that I think had expired, but she just ate one. So we'll see how she does with the Monday mantra. I didn't know that she had taken one and hid it. So, yeah, so hello to everyone. We are happy to be here with you today with another beautiful Monday mantra that came in from several streams of beautiful light source energy. And I say several because there were several messages coming in all last week. And then I finally just kind of took the big, huge funnel and just condensed them down and asked for the highest good for navigating the energies for the coming week, for what we could take into our hearts and light up our soul's light. And so what Monday mantra came through is actually got activated by another group that I'm involved in on Sundays as we come together and are learning how to navigate the energies of the earth, of the collective consciousness, with our intuitive work. We're all three intuitives, and we all do different types of work throughout the world. But we've come together to just kind of expand and support ourselves. So yesterday we were talking about being in the eye of the storm. So, and it kept vibrating after the meeting. So I went and I did some gardening after the meeting. I even did some meditation and I cleared the fields, and they came up with, they were saying, no, this is a great analogy. So the Monday mantra, as it came in, is be eye of the storm, calm, coherent, co-creating beyond the turbulence. Oh my gosh, I love this Monday mantra for so many reasons. So there's many, many layers of transmissions and information that came in with this Monday mantra. Indigo, people like to see you up here too as mommy's talking. So I wanted to talk about the first one, the bee in the eye. Oh, I love this because what they were saying is that as we remain calm, coherent, we can create this calm funnel, this calm, coherent stream in the midst of whatever is going on all around us, all of this turbulence. So, being a frequent flyer for many years, I have 1,000,000 miles on United. I flew all over the world with my consulting job when I was in corporate training and development. And whenever we hit turbulence, it was very interesting how the pilot would come on, and he either created calm or chaos. Very interesting. So we'd be going through turbulence, and the pilot would come on and say, okay, remain calm, everyone. We're going to get through this. We're going to try to fly to a higher altitude, and we're going to go above this turbulence. Please stay in your seats. If you need anything, ring your flight attendant button. We're working through this with you. That created a bit of calm while we were shaking in the plane. Okay. And then other pilots would say, get in your seatbelts, fasten your seatbelts. We're going through turbulence. We don't know how much longer we're going to be in it. And that created more chaotic feelings. So it's all in the tone of how you set the calm in the middle of the turbulence. So this being in the eye, it's like being present with yourself. And what they said is, how do you get present? Well, the first three words of the Monday mantra are calm, coherent. So those of you who have worked with me know that I'm a heart math master trainer and licensed coach, and I teach heart math techniques every single day. Indigo and I use them every single day, and the very first one is called heart focused breathing. It's about the breath. So that calm coherency, just taking a couple of deep breaths. And I know that this has been, you hear it all the time, breathe, take a breath. And you think, well, that isn't really settling me down. But I want to talk a little bit about the power of breath, because this is what the angels guided me to write down today, is that, well, let's talk about breath, the breath of life, the sacred breath. When breath leaves our body, our spirit does too. And in the inner leader movement, we teach that when the breath leaves the body, so your soul's light travels in the frequency of that exhale, and that it can raise the vibration of all the environment around you. So our incredibly made body houses our breath. Breath is so connected to spirit. And in the Hawaiian culture, I remember this. One of my Hawaiian friends, born and raised in Hawaii, taught me that aloha kind of got put as a kind of a casual greeting, but it really had a very powerful greeting in the Hawaiian culture, because when Hawaiians greet each other, they do it nose to nose and bring in the breath for each other. So they're saying, I recognize the breath of God in you. Same with namaste. I honor the being of light that you are in you and in me. So this breath is, when we really are breathing, we are breathing source energy. We are breathing it from within our beautiful soul and taking it in. So if you love someone, I love this analogy that the angels brought in. If you love someone, you know their breath. Okay, so a mother knows the breathing of her child. I know the breath of this one. I was sharing with my sister, she's breathing kind of funny. I don't know what's going on. I might have to have a checkup soon. So I was tuning in to the breath of life of this beautiful animal spirit. And when someone is dying, you can actually see their spirit leave when their breath stops. So our breath is so sacred. So just breathing. So next time somebody tells you to breathe, it's significant. Okay? It's significant because the breath is sacred. It is part of your spirit. It is part of your soul. And it gets you reconnected. So when this chaos is happening, also, when you consciously take a still moment and you breathe, and I love this, and I do this in the inner leader movement all the time with my clients when we're doing intuitive readings or coaching sessions. We work with the breath through the third eye. So I jotted down a couple of notes. It says breath not only activates your spirit, it awakens your spiritual eye, the third eye, to tune into yourself. So this is the essence of you. This is your vision. I love working with the pineal gland and the crystalline structures around the pineal gland as the third eye, to make us more clairvoyant and to bring in more of that source light energy in our mind. So we go to higher mind instead of the lower mind in those repeated thoughts and patterns that our lower mind and our mind just keeps repeating over and over and over, loop, 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 so that it doesn't really move into the higher mind. And that's what the third eye helps us to do. And so the last few notes that I took in this download this morning is, our breath is sacred. And if you do sessions with me, you know that I will start every single session with breath work, with a heart math technique, with breath work to getting us coherent, calm. And so the reason I believe in this, and the reason, and I have testimony after testimony, what it's done for my life, is that we get so busy, we get so distracted and committed to the grind that half the time we're not even breathing in our bodies. Yet we understand that the anxiety is so loud and we can't sit still, and we let the stress overwhelm us. So our breath is sacred. Your breath is sacred. When I first moved to California in 1986, I was looking for a holistic practitioner, and I was pretty stressed. We had just moved across country after building a house in Atlanta, had to sell the house. My husband at that time was getting transferred to California, although it was my dream to always come to California. The circumstances were highly stressful. Short amount of time to sell a house, pack up, get to California, try to find another home, and I'm starting this big, huge regional manager job for the West Coast. So I remember looking, I didn't have a job at the time, so I thought, well, I'm going to line up my health resources and I'm going to learn what's available for me here in California. So my first holistic practitioner was a beautiful woman from South Africa, raised in South Africa, was just an amazing human being. And the first thing she said to me, Lisa, the one thing that I've noticed about you keep coming back in to me with these symptoms and these conditions, you're not breathing. I have found that since I came from South Africa and she did all of her doctoring in Europe and throughout Asia, and then settled in California to open up a private practice. She said, ever since I've arrived in America, I can't tell you how people don't know Americans don't know how to breathe. They're just so stressed out. They forget about the sacredness of breath. And she got me back into learning what breathe meant and to calm my nervous system, to get through the stressful moments of not having a job, looking for a house in California, which was 3 times more expensive than it was in Atlanta, Georgia. So it was a very stressful time, and I learned about the sacredness of breath then. So that BI of the storm, this full first sentence is about the breath and being in the eye of the storm, so calming and creating that beautiful vortex as everything else is swirling around us. Every day is going to be different. As this new world is emerging, we have no idea what's going to be coming our way. So practicing this continuing, honoring your breath as sacred. So let's talk about the co-creation. When I tapped into co-creating beyond the turbulence, I felt this sense of being connected to Source and the energy of Source. However, the angels brought forth another aspect of co-creating, and that was beyond the turbulence. And they said, okay, so this has to do with what we have been downloading to you and bringing forth in other people's readings and in their coaching sessions is the power of compassion. So I have several notes of downloads that came through with this. So I'm just going to share those with you today because it is quite powerful. First of all, I love being a teacher. When I started my career, being a teacher, I love the etymology of words. So I always like to look up the definitions of words and where they came from, and then apply a different vibration to them based on what we are working with. And today we're working with all of the turbulence around us and how we can create this calm center. So here was the first definition that came, which totally turned me off. So I have 3 definitions: negative, positive, and then one with a star. Okay, so the first definition of compassion was a sympathetic pity and concern for the suffering and misfortunes of others. And I'm like, oh boy, that is not the energy of compassion. Yes, that's the basic definition of compassion, but it goes much further than that. And then the next definition was the sympathetic consciousness. Now we're getting closer. The consciousness of compassion, of others' distress, together with a desire. Okay, here comes the passion part, with the desire to alleviate it. Okay, that one got a plus from at least my work with the divine team and with others' heart's intelligence and their intuition and their source light. So I'm like, okay, we're getting closer. So my star is then as we come together with the desire to alleviate it, what the angels and divine team divine, a lot of divine feminine coming in today. Princess Diana, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalena, Mother Teresa, Isis, Kuan Yin, a lot of those divine feminine ascended masters coming in and saying, this is coming into your passion for action. So, compassion now in this co creation with Source, it's through compassion. And compassion, and they call it compassion active energy. First, first, I was hearing compassion action. And then, as I dive deeper into this essence of co creating with divine to manage the turbulence all around us, they were saying, it's a compassion active energy. So it's active. So it's being active with compassion. Not because when we say action, and they said, no, we were saying active instead of action. Because sometimes it's hard to translate light language or the transmissions coming through. They come through so rapidly for me and through me. And so they were saying, no, it's an active energy because action denotes that you have to do something. But taking in compassion, the active energy is about being. Be the eye. Be the third eye. I love that. Be the eye. So here were the key points for compassion active energy. It's a very powerful and intelligent frequency. It's very sensitive to the attunement to the higher need of the whole. They kept saying compassion is going to bring forth wholeness. So this compassion active energy is very liberating. It's very free to weave its magic. And it's not attached to our agendas or what we think we should do. I love that. It supports the highest, best outcome. Pretty awesome, huh? It's not necessarily, and they emphasize this really, really strong, not necessarily what our personality would choose or understand in the normal feeling of compassion. But when we move it into an ascended frequency of active energy, it becomes, it supports the highest, best outcome. So it creates love without condition, and sets the tone for being free of, love this part, judgment, prejudice, hidden biases. Compassion is transformational love. Wow. It's pretty awesome, huh? It has a very high vibration and it will distinguish us from the lower frequencies, which they're calling the turbulence. They're calling lower frequencies right now turbulence. So it's like we can't avoid it. When we're flying in the plane and we go into the storm, we can't avoid the turbulence, but we can start to use compassion as a higher frequency to overcome it. So the heart's intuitive intelligence, oh, I love this part. They said the heart's intuitive intelligence and soul knowing spiral to the next level of transcendence. And for those of you that know my work, you know that I'm doing a group mentoring series right now on transcendence. I'm going to be doing some webinars with the energy of transcendence. This is what we're working with, beyond time and space, beyond what is available here on Earth. So it's pretty awesome. So let me read that again, because this is a one full sentence and I stopped in the middle of it because I get so excited about transcendence. The heart's intuitive intelligence and soul knowing spiral to the next level of transcendence to a collective compassion. Just take that in for a moment as it spirals, act, you, as you integrate this compassion active energy, it spirals into a collective compassion, which is the foundational vibration for amplifying, guess what? Source, creator of origin, energy. So source energy streams love and healing through our human earth experiences. Just take that in for a moment, a couple of deep breaths into your heart. That's pretty powerful. Source energy streams love and healing through our human earth experiences. Compassion, active energy, manifest wholeness. Boy, I mean, think about the power that this has, this compassion, active energy, because we need wholeness right now. We're broken. We're broken into so many fragmented parts. So one of the protocols that I get to share with you today, which I was pretty excited, they call it a compassion soak to help you activate this beautiful compassion active energy. So the first step in this is getting still or finding a quiet spot, wherever that is for you, in your home or outside in nature, and visualize a pool of water to emerge in, and sense that the water is compassionate healing and penetrates every single cell of your body. So that's what they're saying about the compassion soak. Just feel the compassion in the water and visualize it and just feel it. And you can even do this in the bathtub. I was thinking about this. I was thinking this would be great protocol to use in the bath or in a pool. So it starts with the heart. So after you visualize being in this beautiful pool of water, or in a bathtub, or in a sauna or a jacuzzi, or maybe even in the ocean, or in a lake, feel the compassion as a powerful emotion in your heart first. So as you take your breath in to your heart, feel that compassion as a powerful emotion powering up your heart as the battery of your soul's light. And then feel the compassion because it's penetrated every cell in your body, and now it's in your heart, and now it goes into your soul light. Feel the compassion in your soul light and vibration, and then feel it and then just feel it in your soul's light. And then they were saying in every action, in every word, in everything that you get guided to. It says, be present in your words, actions, and your frequency of compassion that fills your electromagnetic field. So your heart sends out a message in your electromagnetic field. This is scientific studies from HeartMath. And your soul's light does the same. It sends out a light frequency. Your heart sends out the emotions, and your soul sends out the light frequency. So, wow, pretty powerful Monday mantra, huh? I was pretty excited when all of these messages came in. So it's just something to kind of take a breath into your heart, to be the eye of the storm through calm coherence, coherent co-creating beyond the turbulence. Very powerful stuff, especially now that we need it the most. So Indigo, wake up. It's your turn. Let's call in the angels, Indigo, and see who's going to be activating this beautiful Monday mantra for us today. Nice big kiss from Mommy. You ready? You ready to tap the cards? You were really sleeping. Is that Bone? Let's start with the angels of Atlantis today. Ready? Let's do 3 taps with the paw. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you call them in? Do you see them? Are they coming through the lotus light? Yeah? I know you see them. Okay. All right. Let's shuffle and see how Indigo and the angels work together today for our Monday mantra to be that eye in the storm. Yeah, so energetically, well, oops, there's the first one that just flew out. Oh, Zachiel, with gratitude. And this is that beautiful green light from the heart. This beautiful orb represents the heart's energy and feeling the gratitude for being here on earth during this time of the new emergence. Yes, everything's changed. Nothing is going back to the way it was. But what gratitude. And this is also about abundance. Zachiel is saying there is so much abundance. Don't focus on the scarcity or what is missing in your life now. Be grateful for what you do have. And the more that you activate gratitude with this active compassion energy, look at all the abundance. There's so much abundance. It might be growing vegetables and fruits in your backyard. I mean, there's so much available to us that we have limited because we have depended on outside resources to take care of us. And Zachiel saying, look at that beautiful heart energy. You can do this. Okay, and Indigo, that was a great one. Want to see what else is going to come through? Let's shuffle one more time. I'm going to put your paw on it. You can't see her. She has amazing energy. This is one intuitive, beautiful animal spirit that found me. Oh. So Uriel's reinforcing the abundance all around us. Okay, so if you think in this mindset of abundance, and this has to do with the beauty that nature brings into us. We are nature spirits, and bringing in the beautiful receiving. So we don't receive very much. We're on output quite a lot. And once we receive this beautiful, abundant energy that comes from the trees, that comes from the stars, that comes from the heart of Mother Gaia, the more that we activate the compassion active energy. And we have 3 more. Wow, Indigo, we got the 5. When 5 comes through, just to let you know, when I'm working with the angels, when 5 comes through, it's usually a star energy, 5 points of a star. As you know, we draw a star on a piece of paper, there's 5 points. And this is a really powerful energy that the angels bring in, is this star power. You know, our sun is our star that powers up keeps us alive on earth. And this is the star power of these 5 angels working with you. And they're all different. That is so cool. They're all different. So Zachiel brought in gratitude, Uriel abundance. We're going to go to Gabriel next with grace. And grace, I love this. I love this so much because Gabriel is the messenger angel and the activator of grace in our lives. And grace and compassion are collaborative forces that work together. So Gabriel's saying, remember, when you activate this compassion energy, grace is going to lift it to the next level. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Gabriel. Sandalphon brings forth the love. So this is the love of within your heart. This one came up in the last Monday mantra. This beautiful sacred heart of Jesus radiating this love out because he understood that the source, the power of creator, of God that he referred to as the creator, the source energy, was within him. And that's all that he taught, was the love is within, the light is within, and radiate that out into the world. So Sandalphon, the earth guardian too, more love, shine that out from your soul, from your heart. And Jophiel reminds us that and it came through in the messages about creating, it came back in the compassion soak, is to create these still points. Boy, the Team Divine is reinforcing more meditation, Okay, more still points. Joe Fiola is saying, like the great Buddha, the Buddhists are known for their beautiful meditation techniques. And so create these still points where you can receive messages, where you can receive more source energy. It is within you, but boy, can it get activated when you connect in, and it can expand and just sometimes it feels like it's exploding inside of me. So more meditate, and this doesn't have to be a formal practice, and this might have come up in another Monday mantra recently, but I was sharing with you that I've formed all kinds of meditation still points. I call them still points or quiet times. Washing the dishes. I love washing my dishes and making my kitchen all clean. And I've just been meditating while washing the dishes, feeling the water, feeling, feeling the clean water, honoring the water that we have, feeling that gratitude in just washing dishes. And then asking for messages to come through. I actually have a big, beautiful, wise tree outside my kitchen window that I communicate with. So I get beautiful messages while washing the dishes. So a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't have time to meditate. You can meditate anytime. The key is to quiet the mind. And when you stop the thoughts and you stop the loops and just quiet the mind and focus on your heart, you can do it walking into the grocery store. You can do it driving the car. You can do it holding your beloved pet. Indigo, you did good. So just to review, Zadkiel is saying, power up with gratitude because there is so much. Uriel is saying, abundance. Gabriel saying, the partner with compassion energy is grace. Oh, I feel that so much. Sandafon is saying, radiate your love. Keep that light shining in the calm, in the eye of the storm. And our beautiful Jophiel is saying, more meditation, more stillness. So thanks for joining us today. We hope that you take these beautiful energies and the beautiful star points of the angels. And I'm laughing because she's squirming. She's ready to go. She's finished with the Monday mantra. So this means goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week, next Monday for our next Monday mantra. We love you. We send you our love and light. Keep breathing. Be the eye of the storm. Create calm, coherent, co-creating with your source energy to navigate the turbulence. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye. We love you. Say bye, Indigo. Oh, so much fun with her.